Let's move on now to a company that has its own foundry, has its own design flexibility, and really can go any direction it wants. And I'm speaking with Richard Hall, who's Commercial Director of Pedro Roquet.
How do you do?
How are you doing?
Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Richard. Tell me a bit about your company and what you're doing.
Well, basically we're a family-owned company in Spain, just north of Barcelona. And as you've already stated, we have our own foundry, which forms the basis for many of our products. We make gear pumps and motors with aluminium, sorry, you call it aluminum, don't you? Aluminum bodies, separated by a common tongue we are. Cast iron bodies, and also we make control valves and a range of cylinders. All of what we do is for specific OEM applications.
Well, what does this do for a company in the way of customization? Does this just having your own foundry, that fact alone, give you such incredible latitude?
I think what gives us probably more flexibility than just having the foundry is the fact that we make those three product ranges. So very often for an OEM manufacturer, for instance, in the US, is a manufacturer who is manufacturing in a country where labor rates are not low, and they're looking for the possibility of incorporating many functions into a specific product. So we produce, for instance, pumps and motors that incorporate valve functions. We combine valve functions within a block for a control valve, for instance, for a skid steer loader. We'll combine additional functions into that block to reduce not only the number of hoses on the machine, but importantly the fitting time of that component into the machine.
So would I be correct if I said that you're a company that has such flexibility that an OEM can come to you and say, build us X product to these specs?
No, I'd say more than that. We would want to sit down with the engineers of the OEM machine and understand not only what he does today, but also understand his application more than maybe his circuit. Understand his application, and maybe we will bring some ideas, or maybe he has a wish list of things that he'd like to incorporate and simplify his machine. Maybe to add functions, or maybe just to reduce the cost, the overall installed cost of the machine.
Well, I appreciate you stopping by.
You're welcome.
Richard Hall with Roquet.
Roquet,
Pedro
well done.
Roquet.
Thank you very much.
And I appreciate you stopping by and saying hello and telling us about your company and all of its abilities to do business.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Very nice.